Hi everybody, so this is a really quick tutorial on how to sample a piano for your assessment. It's important to have a proper DAW setup for this kind of session for ease of workflow and less messing around and stuff. So in my DAW session, I have an automated voice telling me when to hit the note, when to take my finger off the note, and BPM counts. Remember in lesson we talked about a lower note will last longer because it's a longer wavelength, and a higher pitch note will last very short. So as my metronome moves in the DAW, my tempo also moves up to BPM every single time I hit a new note, so that I'm not waiting and waiting on the metronome. This template is also available for you on Canvas. I'm starting off with a quiet velocity and then gonna move up to a medium velocity and then a loud velocity. To record your sample piano, you need to know the circle of fifths. I've labelled and printed a bit of tape on all of the notes that I need to hit for my recording. So, can't really see. So with that said, let's start recording. I want to also make sure that the volume in my headphones isn't too loud because it will be picked up on the microphone. When we finish our recording, it should look something like this. Now what we need to do is slice on all of our transient markers. That's all the little lines we can see on our recording. But we need to set up a key command for that. Now the only issue I can see here is that some of the transients haven't been picked up by the key command. This is because in our actual recording we've hit the piano too light and our transients haven't been registered as audio. So we need to go in here now and slice individual transients where this has happened. In our recording we always want to make sure we can see visible transients so that we don't have to do this in the editing stage. Next, I'm going to separate the louder layers from the quieter layers onto a new track. Now we need to rename each region, hold down Shift and N and rename accordingly. Now we need to fade them in and out to eliminate pops or clicks. Now we export. File, export 13 regions as audio files. We move region name into pattern and we create a new folder titled louder layers and export all 13 audio files to that folder. Then we repeat this process with our quieter layers with the exact same steps. One step I forgot to take was numbering them from 1 to 12. So if you number them from 1 to 12 in terms of the order of circle of fifths, then this will help when it comes to importing it into our sampler. So open up a new MIDI track, go down to Sampler, Stereo and Create. We want to make sure that mapping is highlighted so we see our keyboard. Go on to audio files and then go and find where you've saved the sample recordings to. I'm starting off with the quieter layer. If it looks like this, you want to hit name and then the order 1 to 12 will be perfect. We want to match up C0 all the way to F6 to C0 on our MIDI keyboard. So I'm dragging it to the position where it says C0 on my keyboard. You'll see when I drag the mouse down, then more information is given to one note, whereas if I push my mouse up, then one note can be spread across 5 semitones at one time, giving us a full-fledged piano to play on. So right now I'm just trying to link my C0 all the way down to F6 on the MIDI keyboard. I let go and it starts to import. Then I'm going to drag my quieter layer down a little bit, about halfway, so that I can import my louder layers. Repeat that process, find your louder layers and link them from C0 all the way to F6 on your MIDI keyboard. Next, we're going to change the velocity. So when we hit the keyboard quietly, it will trigger the quieter layers. When we hit the keyboard really loud, it will trigger the louder layers. So if we go to the right hand corner and change our velocity to 0 for our quieter notes, and its range is going to be up until 50. Then for our louder layers, we'll start the velocity at 50 and finish it on 127. This will be your preference, so you can change it to whatever velocity you want. Last thing then is just to rename the group. Once we've done this, you can go and now play your piano as a workable, usable MIDI keyboard.